Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at a M.A.S.K vehicle from the Split Seconds line. This is Floyd Malloy and Vandal. So the Split Seconds line was the final series of M.A.S.K, and this one came out in 1988. Although the vehicles are often expensive and highly sought after, they're usually not very good, but this one actually isn't bad. It has its flaws like any Split Seconds toy, but I was pleasantly surprised with this one. So this is the new version of Floyd Malloy, and his mask is still called Buckshot. Now this mask is actually pretty dried out and ready to break at any time, so we'll just be careful with that. There you can see it's pretty much the same face that we got on the original Floyd Malloy, with that quite cool looking new suit. Bit space agey, bit looks like a skull on the front or something. He's not bad. His mask, however, does look a bit stupid, let's be honest. So there you go, that's Floyd Malloy, and he comes with his clone. So this is exactly the same mould, done in translucent plastic, and you'll see that the colours vary on this. I'm not sure if they're just discoloured or whatever, but you can see he's pretty much purple, exactly the same figure, and this one's a little bit softer, so I'm not too worried about that one cracking. So in the Split Seconds line, rather than the masks having an individual special power, all they do is create a clone. And that clone could then be used to drive the other vehicle, because all these ones split into two. So this is Vandal, and it's a little earth-moving truck kind of thing. It has these wings on the side that do flap around a bit, but we've still got rubber tyres, we've still got chrome wheels. This little bit, if you hold the side, you can actually bring this up and down. If you don't hold the side, all that happens is those wings follow it round. You can actually fit the figure inside, so we'll just move that out the way, and you'll see there's a little bit there, so we need to move that out the way and we can sit him inside, and that just sort of holds him in place. On the back we've got this nice shiny chrome engine, and on the top there you'll see that little red dot. There's a little button on the side and we can fire his missile off. And that's the missile you're looking for with this. It looks like some kind of bird shaped missile, and when you're done you can just slot that back in there, out of the way. So for that mode, I think this works pretty well. It's not perfect, but it looks alright. So where Split Seconds normally fall down is when we start to transform them. So this is going to have two separate vehicles now. So what we need to do is lift that up, and that allows us to pull this back section away completely, and that's going to form a separate vehicle. So we've got this piece. Now what we need to do now is pull this forward, flip that out of the way, and then we can bring this down, and then we've got this little windscreen there. That's about as far as it goes. The figure is sort of stopping it moving any further, and that leaves us with this little buggy. The engine looks quite good on the back. The front doesn't really fit down like I want it to. You've got a couple of little guns to look out for on the front, and you can still fire the missile. So honestly, I don't think this vehicle is too bad. The other vehicle, however, it's not so great. So this is the section that we removed, and we're going to make this into a plane. So what we do is we spin that around, and that's going to lock in there. And then there's a little seat that folds down, and a little bit that holds the figure in. There's no bottom to this plane. The figure's legs are just going to dangle down. And then what we do is we turn these bits around to form little wings like that, and in this section we push that around, and that's the tail of the plane. So that's your little jet mode. So when you put the figure in from the top, it doesn't look too bad. There's a big gaping hole there, but underneath it's just a bit cheaply done really. It does have a little feature of some missiles, which they're not spring loaded, you just push them and they kind of launch out. So you're looking at these, and they're actually little mini versions of the missiles that come with Vampire, which is also Floyd Malloy's vehicle, so that's quite a nice little nod to his old vehicle. Apparently this comes with 3 of these missiles, but I only have 2, but you only need 2. Now this sticker, you might notice, has got a lot of ridges along it. I actually managed to transplant this sticker. It had been put on in the wrong place. It had actually been put on, we move this out the way, it had been put on there. So those little ridges were over that bit, and I managed with some lighter fuel and a hobby knife to peel that up completely intact and stick it back down perfectly, apart from those ridges which I can't really iron out. So I was really pleased I managed to do that. That sticker's been on there for probably nearly 30 years. So for it to lift up and have enough sticky to stick back down again in one piece, I was quite chuffed with that. So I think this section is the only bit that really lets the set down. I quite like the buggy. I quite like the front loader mode, or whatever it's called. But for split seconds, you got to expect that some of it's not going to be that great. So there you go guys, that is Vandal from M.A.S.K. This has been Luke, thanks for watching.